Hey everyone, it's Claquesous, back with a new Gods of Olympus gameplay video. I haven't done one in a while, so I wanted to go over a few updates and modifications to my strategy and to my gods and talk a little bit about assists. So in this video, I'm going to talk about an attack I did recently against Lilith from First World Problems. This is just a normal, easy attack, not a especially impressive one in terms of trophies won or anything like that. But as you can see, it was a pretty strong alliance attack where I had a lot of support, she had a lot of support. So as always, let's go through my gods. You'll see that Zeus, I've massively upgraded his health all the way to level 11 because I've decided that his slow time and die is not always necessary. So, and you'll see that a little bit why I've changed that. I also upgraded his strength quite a bit since the last time. Athena, pretty much the same, still largely inspiration, more hoplites, more Aegis. Ares, keep upgrading him. He's my highest level, so pretty much a little bit into everything for him. More so battle charge than whirlwind, but there are times when whirlwind is more effective. Artemis, long shot is almost maxed out now. Spread shot and strength pretty high. Apollo, sunstrike also fairly high, and strength flaming arrows are next. Aphrodite, as you can see, I don't have her third ability, just doesn't really fit into my playstyle, but at some point maybe I should get that. Hades, a lot of rot, a little bit of reanimate, and then Hera, decent amount of wrath, then mostly revenge. Absorbing strike, not really my cup of tea. So with that, let's go ahead and check out the replay. So before we start the replay, let's check out this base. And you can see that it's mostly what I like to call a stretch base, but it does also have a little bit of islands and a lot of decorations for spawn points. So I think this is a pretty well designed base. I'm not a fan of the 8 different islands, so only 3 islands, pretty good. There's no real point to drop Hera and take out half the base. So when I look at a base, the 3 biggest targets usually are the Athena, Blue Temple, Aphrodite, and Artemis, Green Temple. And these are the things that are the most dangerous. And you can see that they're kind of all the way across the map from each other. So that's actually the same exact layout that I have, except in reverse. So this, to me, is a pretty well-designed base. And you can see she's level 88 and 6,600 trophies, so that's a pretty good ranking. So in this case, as I mentioned, I changed my strategy a little bit. So rather than dropping my first 5 gods all at once and then leaving Apollo and Artemis as cannon fodder, I just dropped the first 3 and pop off inspiration, slow time, and bloodlust. And I'm going to use that to take out the first Blue Temple. And you can see that Zeus is participating a little bit. And already we're at 6 and 8 assists. So now I took out Blue, and Ares is heading to take out Aphrodite. Zeus is dead now. So with Ares, I'm going to try to take out as many threats as I can. Zeus is a pretty good damage output, so he takes that out, and now he's dead. And Artemis, I'm just walking her across to get her to green. In the past, I used to have Apollo and Artemis out, but they would just be cannon fodder right now. So, but a little bit before she gets to her target, I do drop Hades, and then I start dropping Apollo and Artemis to take out that Green Temple fairly quickly. Unfortunately, didn't quite get it out. So you can see these supports are kind of getting on top of me. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of keep a pocket where I've got some protection. Unfortunately, not such a great pocket right now. I think my team didn't realize I was going to go off this way, but I'm trying to take out purple. It's good to take out purple because it gives a 10% boost to attack, strength, health, and range. So, if I'm taking out blue and green, probably want to take out purple too. And pop pretty much all of my abilities, all of my third abilities right there. And I'm trying to keep a pocket. And right now I've got a halfway decent pocket. But gotta get Athena out as my tank in the front. So now, just kind of waiting for this pocket to build up a little bit and moving forward. Don't have too much time, so I've got to keep moving forward. And summon hoplites gives me a nice little pocket so I can move up. And of course, Aphrodite, Charming, helps with the pocket. Now here, Athena died, which is okay, but I accidentally moved my other gods up where I meant to drop Hera. So it took a little more damage than I intended right there, but fortunately not too much. And here now, Hera is my main tank, so I'm trying to keep her in the front while keeping pockets. And you can see my supports are dropping right on top of me. Archers and hoplites, and that's exactly what I like. Help me keep that pocket, keep me protected. See this little wall that's distracting the troops on the left. There's a little zap in there, but didn't take out my pocket. Alright, now just a couple temples left, and again, they're sporting right on me. Or did I use rot there? Probably should have used reanimate, but you can see they're popping out a bunch of VW and skeletons, a couple of tents. Did a rot there, try and take out some of the yellow houses here. Didn't quite work out, but here we go. I'm getting down to the end, trying to clear out. Got a little bit of pocket, trying to keep clear a little bit though. And then long shot, and we win. Hooray! Yay, Claquesous. As you can see, I got 674k stone and 337,000 gold. And you can see that Lilith got, let's just pretend she got 25k per god, but as you can see, quite a bit less. So she got about 200k gold. So I got about 60% more gold and infinite more stone in that 5-minute battle. Assists, you can see at the start there were some VW and skeletons, but after that mostly archers and hoplites, exactly what I want. Tents, I don't really like tents because they just produce too slowly, and usually these support troops die really quickly, so tents not that great. And from First World Problems, you can see that it seems that those people who have VW exclusively used VW, which to me is kind of an indication that there isn't a really good balance. I think VW are a little bit too strong, even though I love them. I use them almost exclusively myself, but it's unfortunately I do think there's a little bit of a balance. I saw at least one zap in there which was completely ineffective, and I think that's a shame. Must have been one of these people who used 3 others. But I really wish Zap was more effective, since everybody has access to Zap. And it's never hurts, but it just doesn't help at all. But the other thing I wanted to point out is you see I've got 7 assisters and myself. That's 8 people, so 40 minutes invested. And First World Problems had 10 assisters. So assuming about 50 minutes invested. So with 20% more invested time, they got infinite less stone and 50% less gold. So if you're looking to assist and you're choosing between attacks and defense, you get a lot more out of assisting an attacker than a defender. In fact, if you defend someone and they don't collect the gold in time, then they get nothing out of it. They get 25 trophies perhaps with a win, but those are temporary because the next time they're attacked, unless you have 10 people assisting again, or most likely 11 people, then they're not going to win, and you're just going to lose those trophies eventually. I hear a lot of people say, well, you get more out of defending, so you should always prioritize defending. But the reality is you get a lot more resources. You get much more gold, and you actually get stone. And stone allows you to build up your defense, and that's a more true defense. So I think that when choosing to assist, to me it's clear you should always assist attackers. If there's no one who has juice to attack, well then of course defend. And of course it's fun to defend against a revenge just for a challenge, but focus on the attacks. Just wanted to kind of put that out there because it seems in the community I see the opposite inclination, which I think is incorrect. But anyway, off my soapbox, and I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'm looking forward to the next updates. It's going to be a new guide sometime, the next update or two, hopefully, and a lot of other changes. So I'll keep bringing out videos occasionally when I think there's something new to talk about. Thanks for watching.